going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dead on Dave coming at you live from Germany for your very special edition of your weekly pop culture bro fest, Nerd and the Jerk. And as you can see, it doesn't get any more pop culturally significant than the topic of today's episode. That is, of course, the legendary Simpsons. And we're going to talk about that and a whole lot more. And you know that I don't do this alone. I couldn't do this alone. I would never want to do this alone. Joining me, as always, the man, the myth, the legend. If you took the body of Barney Gumble, the personality of Mo Sizlak, and combined it with the sexual fervor of Mrs. Krabappel, you would get my co-host, the legendary comic Jake Link. What's going on, my friend?
I was going to call you, I was expecting a Jeff Albertson's line, but I was just going to call you comic book guy. So
I was going to say best co-host ever. I had a lot of different, yes. I had a lot of different ways I could have went. A whole lot of ways I could have went.
You could have went with 1,000.
Oh yeah.
Thousands of, you know.
And that's kind of the point. And that's a kind of the point why we're doing this episode. Because we talk about all of these things on this show, like which were important culturally and even in some ways, just like historically. The Simpsons are up there in almost every one of the categories. Of course, if you don't know what the Simpsons are by now, for 12 years, The Simpsons was the greatest show on television. You could certainly make that argument. From seasons essentially 2 to 12, there may not have been a better television show on TV. It's just it was that good. And then it died.
For me,
and it's still dying.
I think it was kind of like, I think it's still kind of like around season 15 maybe.
Yeah, was like I think you could stretch it a little bit, but 12, right after 12, but then I just felt a drop.
There's a few hits, you know, but it's not as consistent as it was. Which nothing ever.
It's dying a slow death, Jake. And I wish someone would just stab it in the heart and slit its throat and put it on a fucking mantle somewhere, because I love it too much. It's run by different people now. It feels different. I hate it. I hate it.
It does. I don't hate it, but it does feel different.
I love it though. I will always love The Simpsons, but I hate what it's becoming. It's just like
It has some good like dialogue, and you know, there's certain things, the puns and stuff like that are still good in the show, but other than that, it's not what it used to be. Yeah. I'll give you that. I know, but it's not what it used to be, but it's not something I have a hard time dealing with leaving. I know you're saying, right. I know you're on the opposite end, but it's just so, like, you know, Sunday night won't be, you know, the show still outdoes other shows, even though it's not nearly what it used to be.
I get that. And that is important to an extent, but it's like when they can't even get Treehouse of Horror right anymore, it's time to reevaluate shit. I knew they were in trouble last year, especially when they did 2 Halloween episodes and they kind of made a joke of the other one, like, oh, we'll do the other ones for the other people next week. And then they came out with the lamest Halloween episode ever. Not the Treehouse of Horror, but the actual Halloween episode where it was all about Lisa being frightened. That's every episode now. It's some kind of parenting thing about social justice bullshit. It makes me insane. I can't watch it anymore. The last really, really, really good episode of The Simpsons was Christmas is the Future's Past, a few seasons back. The Christmas episode where they go into the future. I think it was episode from season 23. That was phenomenal. Yeah. That was phenomenal.
That's a rumor to have been the last episode.
Yeah, there was rumor about that. And I've read a lot of articles saying it certainly should be the last episode. And I don't know. I think you can make that argument. But we're going to get into that plenty in this episode. We're going to talk about our favorite episodes, most important episodes, and I'm even going to hit you guys with a few hugely overrated episodes in my book. But before we do that, of course, what is going on in our worlds? Well, if you've been paying attention with me, I rolled my ankle really bad about a week ago. Haven't been able to play some Pokemon Go. Finally got back out there yesterday and today, Jake. It's been tough. Tough. But do you want to know why I'm not broken up about it? I'm going to tell you a quick crazy story. It was that I know you got some shit that you got to talk about. But you know, I've been hurt for about 10 years now. Actually, this year is 10 years since I got hurt.
Yeah.
And I've gained
Congratulations.
A lot of weight. Yeah, no, that wasn't the crux, Jake. But hey, you know what?
Yeah, congrats.
It's an anniversary. Fuck it, sure, why not?
What do I get for the 10 years of being hurt anniversary?
You get the.
Do you get the Ben Gay?
No, you get to knock that cat off the back of your chair because it would amuse me. It would make me laugh.
Yeah,
I'll scratch his face. Oh my god, I want him to attack you. Okay.
You probably, if my wife was here, she would attack him. He just he loves to just chomp into my wife's leg.
Oh, that's funny.
Like out of nowhere. She'll just be sitting there. He doesn't bother the baby. Doesn't bother me. He just goes and he'll just see my wife's foot or leg, and my wife knows it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen, and he just opens up his mouth and goes chomp right into it. But he got her good. Like I think it feels like he hit bone. That's how bad.
Euthanize the cat. That's all I could say.
No.
Yeah, euthanize it. I'm telling you, one less cat in the world is not a bad thing. But I digress. So, actually, you digress, motherfucker. But so. You know, I've been hurt for a long time. I gained a lot of weight and everything. And just a year ago, if I had been trying to do the type of walks that I've been doing and I would have rolled my ankle, I would be in the hospital. I would have just completely screwed myself up in a very serious way. But for whatever reason, when I rolled my ankle, my body kicked in and protected itself. And I got my leg underneath me. And I did the most athletic thing I've done in like 7 years. And I did not fall down. Didn't even drop my phone. Yes, my ankle's killing me. It's been a week and it's just destroying me. But I didn't fall down, and I take that as a win. It's been a very strange week between that and everything that's happened with Killer Keemstar, or should I say the man who reports the drama. Because as we all know, kids, he is what? Delete.
What is he?
Delete. Obsolete. I was playing a meme that you couldn't hear.
Oh, okay.
I memed him delete style. So if you hear me take any pauses like that, is the cat having sex with your head? Is the cat having sex with your head?
Oh my god, it looks like he is.
He totally, and then
he's licking his paws,
and then the big smile on your face. You got this huge fucking I just had a hamburger smile on your face.
You know what it looks like? It looks like I have cat ears.
Yeah, a little bit. That's kind of funny. So it's been a hell of a week for me in a lot of ways. It's been an emotional week, and then I found my love over the last couple of days with opening Pokemon cards on the air. I'm having so much fun with that. So it's been an interesting week, but I understand you've had a pretty crazy week yourself. Go ahead, tell us about it, man.
I sure have. I think it was honestly, this was so crazy. I probably was gonna not do the show this week. This was.
You didn't even tell me that.
No, I was. It was almost devastating. It was like Wednesday night or something, and I was outside. I was grilling hot dogs. You know, just like how any good story starts.
Right, pig anus.
So, and I'm sitting there. I'm just going through my phone, scrolling through Facebook, and I see something that another friend of mine posted, that a very, very close friend of mine growing up, that she had passed away.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, but. And it's just, I was like in shock. Like, I don't even know if I turned off the propane to the grill. I just came into I was like, I said, Trace, Danielle died. And like, she got hit by a car picking her kid up from school. Yeah. Just, and I'm like all distraught. I called the girl that, you know, she posted it. She told me who she heard it from, one of my friend's coworkers. And, you know, that she got hit by a car. So I end up now, she has like a 17-year-old daughter, because she had a daughter like really young. Like when she was like, I think she was just like going into high school. That's how young she had her daughter. Yeah. So she has like she's like a year or two younger than me, and she has
made MTV specials about girls like that, Jake.
Oh yeah. This was tween and pregnant.
Jesus.
So not 16 and pregnant, please. Yeah, but she was I end up messaging her daughter and saying, listen, I want to just send my condolences to your family and stuff, and to you about your mom. She goes, what happened? I was like, oh God. I'm like, can you please give me a call? And I told her to call me. I gave her my phone number, and I had to have the most awkward conversation.
Oh my God.
With might I add, I haven't seen her daughter in a very long time. This is somebody I was very close with growing up.
Yeah.
And I said, have you spoken to your mom for a while? She goes, not for like a day or two. Why? I was like, well, there's a story going around that your mom got hit by a car.
Oh my God.
And that she passed. And she's like, really? So like, who told you this? So I posted something on Facebook, and my phone's blowing up. I had her cousins texting me. I had everybody messaging me. And then the next day, apparently, this is where it just, like, apparently she was okay and she never got hit by a car, and somebody was trolling her fucking Facebook.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
someone just hoaxed her for no reason?
I don't know. And like the girl who posted this, like the original girl, not my mutual friend with her.
Yeah.
Actually, she like, I saw all of her posts. She like made a fucking like memorial like collage of like pictures saying rest in peace with like, her picture and stuff, and saying that, oh, my friend is fighting for her life in the hospital. And
right.
It was like a whole thing. And now the fucking girl's profile's been deleted.
What the fuck, dude?
I don't know. And she's like, she like made a whole thing. I had deleted my post. I said, listen, I gotta like, I shared her post saying that she was fine and that everybody was. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, like I'm practically in tears, and I had to have this fucking conversation with her daughter.
Jesus, man. I like, the internet's a cesspool. It is an absolute fucking
cesspool. Of course.
I mean, seriously, this is not like, hyperbole. It's an actual fucking cesspool. That's disgusting, man. And it happened in your own town.
I love trolling people, but I would never do this.
This is a lot different than a straight troll. This is not trolling. This is not trolling.
I was like, I was just like, oh my God, like, I was like, I can't fucking believe it. And it's just like, but I was happy to find out she was okay. And
sure,
I talked to her, and I was like, I sent her a message, because then it was like, because her daughter remessaged me after that, was like, no, she's fine. Apparently, I'm like, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to disrupt your meal, madam.
Sorry. Yeah.
I hope your weekend is well.
Yeah.
Maybe check in with your mother more often. Send her some flowers.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah. I only have one real important question I got to ask you, though.
Yeah.
How was the hot dogs?
They were pretty good. They're pretty good.
It's a win-win all the way around, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I got them on the grill. They were ballpark hot dogs. See, I'm more of a Nathan Sabrett type of guy, but
sure.
I toasted the buns, melted some cheese, and the hot dogs were good. I'd have to say my wife enjoyed them. My wife made some mac and cheese.
There you go.
So
that sounds like a really pleasant, awkward, terrible barbecue that was delicious. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, it was. Uncle Sam wants to get the gist of the story. My friend was dead, and then she wasn't.
Yes. See, tragedies are always less tragic when they're delicious. And
and we had hot dogs.
Why? And hot dogs are delicious. They're not the best thing for you, but they're absolutely. Why do you think when anything bad happens? Well, when anything bad happens, what do people do? They make a fuck ton of food. They bring casseroles and shit. Why? Because tragedies are less terrible when they're delicious. That's just the reality of life, man. It's true. It's always held true, and it always will be true. Eat them hot dogs, Jake. That's fucking crazy, man. That is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I know. I told you, I'm like, I gotta fucking talk about this on the air. It's just
a crazy story.
I was just like, holy, and I was like, I cannot do the show this week. If this is the case, if my friend who I've grown up with, this girl, and if I can't be funny, I gotta get ready to go to a funeral.
Right. Well, I mean, you could have prepared, and you prepared here and then did a good 5 minutes, a good tight 5 at the funeral. You could have done that. That would have been good. Guncannon, no one died. The hot dogs were good. All right. Way to start the weekend. Guncannon says it does. Man. And speaking of Guncannon, this wonderful graphic that you guys are looking at right now is by the fucking crazy talented mind of Guncannon. He did a great job with this. He Simpsonized us both. Now, granted, you have a little bit less hair than you actually do and a little bit more goatee than you actually do, but still, not bad.
It was a good job. I liked it.
It's a great job.
I get what he was trying to do. The look always changes for old Jake.
That's right. You just never know. You never know what Jake's going to give you. That's good. But hey, look, I'm glad that your friend is okay. That's the important thing. And, you practice for the time that you actually have to call this woman's daughter and tell her that her mom died. So it's okay. So you got that out of the way.
I honestly hope I don't ever have to make that phone call.
Oh, I think you should make more of them. Maybe that's a new job that you can create, Jake. I mean, do it with puppets. How good would that be? Like, life's always easier with
kids. Raise your hand if your parents are alive. Oh, you not so fast.
That's right. You might want to put that hand down, buddy.
Yeah.
It's like somebody's, let's say a 60-year veteran of the delicatessen industry, a staple in food in someone's town dies. Well, you have a puppet for that too. You can sandwich him. You got all kinds of things you can do. I'm telling you, you're already set up for this business, Jake. You're already set up.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, so let's get into it, man. We got a hell of a start to the show. There is so much to get to because, yes, look, the first thing I do want to acknowledge before anything else is I am in total agreement with some of you in the chat. I mean, most specifically, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, who's basically telling us to shut the fuck up, get over it, the Simpsons are dead. I agree with you. They're a rotting corpse, but even with the rotting corpse of what they are, you cannot downplay the cultural and historical television-wise significance of this television series. It's unbelievably important because not only, I mean, look, obviously they didn't do the family dynamic in animated first, but nobody did it better since the Flintstones. And that was a long time ago. And Jetsons, okay, you can make the argument. No. Different thing. Flintstones, and then nobody bridged the gap really unto the Simpsons. So first thing first, what do the Simpsons mean to you, Jake? Well, why do we always bring them up? Why do they always seem to be in every one of our episodes? Episode doesn't go by where we don't make some sort of reference. What does it mean to you?
I think it means, like, I think since I came online and had a conscious mind, the Simpsons have been there, 1989, just coming out and watching that, since I was a young kid. And, I don't think, I mean, you could say the Flintstones, like this was like the first cartoon for adults.
It was.
This show paved the way for Family Guy, South Park, all of it,
Yeah.
And it's, and that's the problem that I see. Like, I have like 5 or 6 episodes on my DVR right now that I haven't watched, but it's kind of like just knowing that it's there makes me feel it's still like a piece of my childhood is still intact.
No, I get that.
And
I totally get that.
And it's just, I know it's not the same, but grandma's not the same either,
No, yeah, right. Yes, I mean, less teeth, a little less hair. Like, absolutely.
But you still don't want,
you don't want her to die. Sure, I get that. Unless she's really rich, and then you're kind of like, well, what can we do to speed this along? But we're not getting anything from The Simpsons.
I absolutely hate my grandmother, but that's another story. But like for people that like their grandma, like, you know, like when your grandma gets old, you don't just want her to die. You still want to hold on to her. And that's what the Simpsons are. The Simpsons are like another parent to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Me, I'm looking at it more like Old Yeller, which is, I would call them Old Yellow. If I was naming him, because that's appropriate. But the reality is, look, I love the Simpsons. They paved the way for family cartoon sitcom, essentially. It goes beyond that as well. I mean, without them, we don't get Bob's Burgers, even to a lesser degree, in some ways, Rick and Morty. I mean, there are so many shows that have come in their wake that have painted a family dynamic. Futurama, not so much, because it's not really a family dynamic. South Park in some ways, but really not so much, because it's not truly a family dynamic. It's more of a gathering of friends, something we've seen before. But King of the Hill, so many shows that have gone the family dynamic route, and because of what the Simpsons did. They're so influential, they're so prolific in what they've done, that quite literally you cannot come up with a creative, family-oriented dynamic in an episode of an animated series, because the Simpsons has quite simply already fucking done it. And it's crazy when you think about that. They've done so much, and I'm absolutely in awe of what the Simpsons have been able to do over the span of their run. But it's over, Jake.
Yeah. No, I know. I understand it's over.
Yeah.
But it's still like, there's still like, I get warm fuzzies if I'm going by, you know, even if it's a newer episode,
really?
just seeing seeing them, you know?
Wow.
And
that's some deep-seated emotional shit, Jake.
Yeah.
That's some baggage, buddy.
No, like it's still like when I see like the Yellow and I see Homer, like even on like newer, it just brings you right back to your time. Everything is fine. I remember somebody telling me they just found out their grandfather died.
Right.
And they were, you know, they were so upset, and probably like 20 minutes later he heard, "Oh, the Simpsons." And he said everything was fine. And actually the episode was about somebody dying. I think it was the one episode where Grandpa, it was with the woman in the nursing home.
Okay.
And she dies,
yeah.
You know, and he gets the inheritance. I think it was that episode, and I remember him saying to me, this was in high school. I remember him saying to me, he goes, after watching that, I felt a little bit better.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
No, I mean, that's what the Simpsons were just, I always, you know,
it's
you always
comfort
like
food. It's comfort food.
It was comfort.
Yeah,
it was comfort food television. And it always, and even still, if the episode's not my favorite episode, I think, you know, I still want to watch it, and it still means a lot.
I get that. I totally get it. I'm not trying to ridicule you about it. I checked out, like I said, like season 12. You know, there's some episodes sprinkled in till about 15 and maybe sometimes 16. Aside from Treehouse of Horror, man, I couldn't relate to it anymore. It got too ridiculous. And more importantly, Homer got too ridiculous. If it wasn't about Homer doing something completely asinine and even beyond the realm of regular Homer shenanigans, it was always about making some sort of a political point, either with Lisa and her fucking crazy ass antics, or trying to push some frivolous side character up into the main spotlight, like they've tried to do on multiple occasions with guys like Comic Book Guy. What the fuck is the point of ever trying to do a full episode, let alone 2 or 3, which they've done now, about Comic Book Guy? He's comic relief at best, and he's good at it. But the Simpsons can never stop with that stuff. And then most notably, stuff that's been happening as of late, where they're trying to be politically persuasive or damaging. Like I'm sorry, and I don't want to get on any type of horse. Trump has enough fucking problems, and there's a lot of problems with Trump. Don't get me wrong. I'm not in favor of everything Trump does by a long fucking margin, but his presidency is nowhere near as bad over the first 100 days as some people are making it out. Certainly not as bad as the fucking Simpsons hatchet job of a couch gag that they ran this week. I mean, I watched that thing. Oh my God. It wasn't even funny. It was just like, this is where we're at. Really?
I think I heard something about it, but I didn't really. It's it's crazy. I mean, you talk about Trump and the Simpsons. The Simpsons have made references to Trump running for president like years ago on several different occasions.
Right. We could have done an episode just on things that the Simpsons have correctly predicted, because there's a lot.
There's some things that they predicted 9/11.
Yes, they did. There's all kinds of conspiracies out there about some of the things that the Simpsons actually predicted. Some are a little bit looser than others, but there's a lot, man. There's pages of this stuff, little things, because they do so much in every episode. So that is the big stuff about the Simpsons as far as what they mean historically. Let's get to something a little bit more happy. And of course, by happy, I mean, let's start with overrated episodes. Here's what I want to do, because I just want to set the mood here, because I'm going to give you 4 episodes that I feel are overrated. And I want you to react to them and tell me why I'm incredibly stupid. Okay. But I got 4, and I'm going to tell you why on each one. I'm going to give you small little brief synopsis of why I think each one is ridiculous. You ready?
Okay.
Let's start with season 3's Stark Raving Dad. Yes, the episode.
I had a feeling this was going to be on this. Yeah, I had a feeling.
It's on everybody's top list of greatest episodes and all of this, and only because of the fact that the Michael Jackson stuff, and it's a good song that's in there, and the Simpsons have really become known for those stunning musicals. That they even won a Grammy for one, for Christ's sake. But it's
Happy Birthday, Lisa.
But the rest of the episode is this contrived, ridiculous spiral of insanity that really doesn't even make sense most of the time. And that's saying something, given that it's The Simpsons. I hate this episode with a bloody, fiery passion, and I'm so tired of seeing it up there. You know,
I get it. I really do. I mean, I think it does get to. I think it is a little over. I think it is overrated as far as just episodes. I think at the time it was just like, oh my God, Michael Jackson. But I actually just found out that Michael Jackson was not.
He wasn't in the episode.
Well, he was in the episode, but he put a different credit to his name.
Oh, I thought he was a voice actor.
Not allowed. No, the voice actor was the one singing his songs. He was not allowed to sing any of his songs.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes,
I did not know.
But
it
is him doing dialogue.
Oh, see, I thought it was just a straight up voice actor. Okay.
I guess since he was under contract, and maybe they couldn't afford, as you figure Michael Jackson, at that time in the early 90s, that's big. But I think anytime that you hear him singing, that's a voice actor.
The funny thing, and the only song that I can think off the top of my head that he actually sang that was of his own was
Billie Jean.
Did he sing Billie Jean? Because I remember him singing Ben, but Homer instead. Homer, the two of us have come so far. But did he do Billie Jean?
He did Billie Jean. Remember when he's introducing him to Homer, and he starts dancing.
Yeah, I remember dancing. I don't remember him actually singing, but I do remember him doing that.
There is a part where he starts singing Billie Jean.
Maybe, I think he did the chorus. He's just like, Billie Jean.
Yeah,
I think that's what he did.
That's all.
But he sang a good chunk of Ben.
Yeah.
He sang a good chunk of, but that was the only thing he really sang. And that was something that maybe the rights were up to. Maybe that's why he sang that. I don't know. But I hate that episode. I always have, always will.
I get it. No, I get it. I get it. But trust me, it's like, it's
I just
not
the jokes were very good. I didn't like the jokes. The jokes weren't, and especially that early season 3, they were really starting to catch their stride. But the funny thing is, second episode that I'm going to give you as overrated is also from season 3. And this is an absolute, maybe there's some controversy of whether Stark Raving Dad is actually a classic or not, but here's one that almost everybody agrees is a fantastic episode. And for some reason, I still can't watch it. Flaming Moe's. Flaming Moe's drives me insane every time I try to watch it.
Really?
Yeah. I've never been a big fan of episodes where it's a very obvious setup where the antagonist of the episode is doing something so underhanded, and especially when he is supposed to be, at the end of the day, the best friend or one of the best friends of the main character. I mean, Mo just puts it in and breaks it off on Homer the entire fucking episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That is like, I always felt bad for Homer in that episode, but think about it. They fucking made lean or purple drank.
They did.
That's what it was. It was purple drank.
It was purple drank. It
was purple drank. Before purple drank or lean or scissorp, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
No, I want to ask real talk. Real talk. I know you're out there. I want to know if you got down with any lean, just because it is a big drink in the hip hop community.
There's a very good possibility.
I want to know, and I want to know like what it tastes like. Like, if you ever got down with some lean.
I don't know if there's a proper word that us honkies can understand of how to explain how it tasted like. I don't think we have the vocabulary.
A really white guy when the Trayvon Martin thing was going on. He was like some show, because apparently that's what he was all hopped up on lean. But when you hear a guy in a suit say "scissorp," it's just hysterical.
It sounds like some sort of an alien that Rick from Rick and Morty would state. Holy God.
Scissorp.
Not a fan of Flaming Moe's. I do love Aerosmith and Flaming Moe's, though. I do love the whole Aerosmith thing there. I thought that was very cool. Very cool. Here's one. This might get a little bit of reaction out of you. Who shot Mr. Burns Part 1 and Part 2? I have a serious problem with it. And not only because of the fuck you reveal. What a fuck you reveal. The baby.
I was a little bit pissed about that.
The baby. Really? The baby. That drove me crazy. That absolutely.
I actually, a little fact I heard, they gave Mo the last name Sislak after that, just so he could be one of the
MS possibilities.
One of the yeah. So, but I don't know. It just, I agree with you.
There's some great jokes in those two episodes too. There's some great jokes. In fact, yesterday, I'm not even making this up, Jake. Yesterday, I was walking on a really dark morning, and the lampposts were on in my town. We got those really old lampposts. I swear to God, I almost took a video of myself doing it too, and I decided no, because what if I break the lamppost? I got on the lamppost and I said, "Hello, lamppost. What you knowin'? I came to see your power flowing." I swear to God. I swear to God. But I didn't want to take a video because I was afraid I'd break it. I did. I really did. There's some really good stuff now, but I don't know. They built this up as this amazing fucking thing, and then it's, the obvious references.
I do like how they referenced Maggie every once in a while. Mr. Burns. Oh yes, the baby who shot me.
Yes, it's the jokes that come afterwards in later episodes are pretty funny referencing. So. I don't know. There's some great stuff in there, but there's also I was a little bit pissed off when I said, "Oh, it was Maggie." The best thing, aside from the "Hello, lamppost, what you know," and "I come to watch your power flowing," is the Twin Peaks reference. I love the Twin Peaks reference. The Twin Peaks reference is fucking top. I almost want to give it a pass just because because who does a Twin Peaks? Like nobody can do a Twin Peaks reference perfectly, and they did. I loved it.
Well, I know Burns. I know the one they did it was like the 200th episode. It's kind of like a clip show, but they showed a lot of deleted stuff.
Yes,
hosted by Troy McClure,
which is
and
great,
they said they were going to make William Smithers the shooter. I like what he says. If you ignore all that Simpsons DNA plot, then that's a great ending.
It was a letter actually. It says why wasn't Smithers the killer? You'd have to ignore to make that ending work. We'd have to ignore all the Simpsons DNA stuff. that was great. By the way, speaking of voice actors, and I believe he did Troy McClure. No, maybe he didn't. No, I'm about to sound really stupid. Because he didn't. But it makes me think of one of my favorite things ever from The Simpsons, and that's Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman did Troy. Okay, I was right.
McClure, and he did Lionel Hutz.
Yeah, he did Lionel Hutz. I know. I remembered for a fact he did Lionel Hutz, but I was like, I started to like fade out there. He did Troy McClure as well. Jesus Christ, Phil Hartman. The killer lines.
That's a shame that he. So is his wife.
Wow, that's fucked up. That's important.
I know, but he went too young. I kind of think having him around could have really still like. And I like what they do. They kind of they pay respect to their voice actors by retiring their respective characters when they do pass.
Yeah.
Which I always wonder, like with Nancy Cartwright,
how are they going to do that? It's impossible. It's impossible.
Or Hank Azaria. Hank Azaria, they might as well just get rid of the show.
When Marshall Wallace died, I didn't understand how they were going to keep it. Like, I felt like let's end the show, because not everybody knows who she is. That's a fucking juggernaut in comedy, okay? I'm talking the second woman to fucking Carol Burnett here for a long time. That woman, that's a juggernaut to me. I loved her growing up, and when she died, that broke my heart. But at least they did get rid of Miss Krabappel. Like you said, they do tend to pay respects to the characters quite well.
Yeah, they pay, even though they fired the guy who did the third most amount of voices on the show. I can't think of his name now.
I thought they brought him back.
I think that they may have, or they brought back somebody who does similar.
I think they,
because
I
mean,
how
the hell do you get rid of somebody who does a third of the voices on the show?
Because he did Mr. Burns and Ned Flanders. He did like everybody. He did like all the
he did like a lot of like because I did see Flanders in a few episodes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they worked it out. I remember reading about it, they worked it out. All right, so my last overrated episode is one that I don't even know if it should be included. The only reason I included it is, quite honestly, is when I was going through all of the lists that I was looking at, like what everybody is saying is the greatest. I saw this so many times and it drove me nuts. So I got to speak about I Love Lisa, the Ralph Wiggum episode, the first Ralph Wiggum episode. This is from season 4.
I choose you.
I choose you. I just like, he was so good. And early on, Ralph was, if you go back to the first couple seasons, Ralph was not stupid. He didn't get stupid until about late season 3. And then season 4, he got really awkward and weird. And even in I Love Lisa, he wasn't all that bad. So they go through all this trouble of this episode to humanize him. They give him this George Washington speech. They go through all this trouble, Jake. And then what do they do almost directly after? They go full-blown retard with Ralph. They go full-blown retard. I mean, and I just don't understand stuff like that. Am I wrong on I Love Lisa?
No, I understand, but I mean, come on, it's like with like just characters on just shows, they've always changed, just with like Homer's whole thing was in the beginning that he was just trying to be a good dad, and he just kind of didn't care,
Well, that's a main character. So, I think that you can make changes, but when you have a small character and you give him an episode to purposely humanize him, and then you immediately ignore it and go full blown retard, I don't get that. That's harder for me. That's harder
because it's like when you watch that episode and like he does that George Washington speech, I'm like, if you expected Ralph to do that, no. I do like the episode where Ralph is like the deciding vote for the primary or something.
See, I don't even know that episode.
No, it's one of the later ones. Apparently, Ralph like could run for president or something.
Yeah, I remember reading about it.
It was pretty funny.
All right, well, so we go through the overrated. Jake, give me some of your episodes that comfort food, those episodes that just the cat's pajamas, man. What are the episodes that define the Simpsons for you?
All right, I'm not going to give one of my top favorite ones. I'm going to give an obvious one, Lisa on Ice. Lisa
on Ice was a really good episode. Because simply things don't do hockey very often. So.
No, that's why. But I think actually Lisa Simpson might be why I wanted to become a goalie.
Really?
Just not Martin Brodeur. It was a little girl with spiky hair. So no, I thought it was it was actually during the Mighty Ducks era, because there are even some Mighty Ducks references in that show, like, during that when the popularity of that movie came out. And so it was.
And remember, it wasn't to the second movie that they brought in the female goalie either. That's when they brought her in.
Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it
first. That's right. But Lisa on Ice is a good that is a good episode. I didn't have
that's right.
I got like 30 episodes on my list that I'm just gonna make reference to. But Lisa on Ice was not on it. I didn't even think about it. But you're right. That's a great episode.
Yeah. What do you got? What's another one? What's one for you?
I'm gonna go right off the bat. I'm gonna hit this right in the fucking head. Not my favorite episode of all time, but certainly one of the big ones. Itchy and Scratchy Land. From season 6.
That was on my list.
Yeah, I think it's on everybody's list. This was one of those episodes that I think people can reference it, because who hasn't had a really, like, they can relate to this, because who haven't had a bad family vacation? But nobody's had as bad of a family vacation as this. They touch on so many different things in this episode. The overabundance of technology and animatronics and theme parks. That they reference some amazing movies. And now we're even seeing shows like Jurassic Park, but most importantly, especially right now, culturally, Westworld. I mean, there are some direct, not exact direct references, but there are some serious similarities, especially to the movie version. So it's pretty interesting. I love that episode. Very funny.
Yeah, it's very fun. I like when it's just perfect. It reminds you of, what's itchy and scratchy money? Oh, it's like regular money, but fun. And he goes, I'll take $700, please. And then he gets there, and every sign says there's not accept itchy and scratchy money.
I believe he said $1,100.
God. See, I love the show. Maybe this just goes to show you're the nerd.
I'm obsessed with early Simpsons.
No.
Ask my wife. I watch Simpsons every day, and she.
Now, your wife, being a German, does she appreciate the Simpsons?
She loathes the Simpsons. She almost throws up when she hears the fucking theme song. She hates the Simpsons with a vigorous passion. I have a playlist that I watch every day. I have probably about 300 episodes of various cartoon stuff. I got Futurama, all of Bob's Burgers. I got some scattered Simpsons episodes, Rick and Morty, stuff like that. I have literally maybe 20 Simpsons episodes. Every time one comes up, she's like, ugh, every time.
Well, you know why he made them yellow, right, Matt Groening?
I just read this, but I already forgot. Hit me up.
He made them yellow so when you're flipping through the channels, it would catch your attention and you'd stay.
That's right. I just read that.
That's right.
Just read that.
That's fucking brilliant.
It's pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
It could be jaundice, but no, it's an eye catcher.
I do.
What do you got? What's your next episode? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, baby. What?
I used to like them till Homer got so fucking dumb I couldn't watch it anymore.
She used to like them until Homer got so dumb that she just couldn't bear it anymore. So no, that's fair. What's your next episode, Jakey?
Okay. The episode with Pinchy the Lobster.
Jesus. You're doing some real deep cuts here.
Yes.
Man.
That's Lisa gets an A.
Yeah.
That episode where fucking he just Homer with that lobster is just hysterical.
Good God.
That I know what
season is that from?
That's what I'm looking up.
It sounds like it's definitely past 15.
Season 10.
Season 10. Really?
Season 10. Yeah.
Oh man, I do not hold that in high regard.
Lisa cheated on the test and she got an A++. Remember? And they didn't care because she put their school above some grade and they could have gotten a grant.
Oh my! I don't remember this episode very well.
Like they went to a seafood restaurant, and Homer, he wanted to get the lobster, but the lobster was expensive, so he originally got the lobster and he started feeding it and taking care of it. Then he ended up loving the lobster, and then
Oh,
And in
man.
the end, he accidentally cooks the lobster
Of
in
course
the
he does.
bathtub. And the best part is at the end when he's eating the lobster. He goes, "Oh man, this is so good. I wish Pinchy was here."
Oh, God. By the way, Patience Within says, Captain forgot you was German. Thought you were here because Dave is German. Dave is not German. Dave is kind German, kind Deutsch. No, I am not German. I am full-blooded American, but I am married to a German. I have helped create a half German.
Dave has a thing for Germans.
Yes, it's called my penis.
Dave has a German fetish.
Yes. Thank you, Jake. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's okay. So the next one for me. I got so many on here, and I know we're not gonna be able to touch them all. I'm gonna give one of my big ones. Maybe I have two that are my favorites. One is the obvious one, and I'll talk about that last. But the other one is, and this might even be better. I think it's actually a better episode, but I love the other one for obvious reasons. We'll talk about that in a moment. 22 short films about Springfield from season 7.
It was really good.
Oh my God.
That is a really.
It's as close to perfection as a television show can get. It is.
I can call my mom from up here. Hey, Mom!
Get out of your dang roof. Oh, my God. It's so good. The Pulp Fiction references, and it is reference crazy. But there's little side, even of all the major stories that go on, Lisa getting the bubble gum stuck in her hair, and then every character coming in to try and give a remedy. They
not use a bone to get it out.
All right, Fangoria will give me $25 for this shot. I mean, like, everything about it it's so great. It is just a fantastic episode.
It is a.
And then Nelson getting his just desserts at the end is it's icing.
Hey,
on
it's
the
that
cake.
boy that laughs at everyone.
Let's laugh at him. Pull down your pants.
You know what?
Now march.
I used to drive a Volkswagen Golf, and every time like I'd get in and out of the car, I had like Hot Wheels painted on the side. I bought it from my uncle, and I kind of felt like that guy since I'm a bigger guy. So
yeah, I can imagine.
I always felt like it when I would get out of the car. So
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I
always felt like that guy just getting out of that car.
That guy in a little car.
That guy, you know. Now I got a crossover.
Yes.
I outgrew my shell.
Yeah,
Time to get a Tahoe, baby.
Where's the conch? I need to get out of the soup can and go to a conch. That's another Simpsons reference.
That's right. They were doing Simpsons references on Simpsons episode.
Because that's how iconic it is. Give me another one. Hit me with another one, Jakey.
Another episode. Damn it! I just had it in my fucking head. You do one. I can't fucking think right now. I just had it in my head. You know what? I got it. The one where Bart and Ralph become friends.
Wow, you really pick some weird ones. You really do. You pick some weird ones. That's a good episode. You do.
It's a really ones. You know, they really introduced Ralph being Chief Wiggum's son. Like you knew it, but they really I just think I kind of relate to Ralph in a way.
Do you
just
really?
Because of who I do.
Is it the autism? What is it?
Yeah. being classified with a learning disability, I've always kind of had a soft spot for Ralph, And in that episode, he's just hysterical with that's my sandbox. I'm not allowed to go in the deep end. And that's where I saw the leprechaun. He tells me to burn things.
That's right. Start fighting. Oh God, I'm now remembering that episode. Yeah. No, oh man, no. Ralph can. That's what's so disappointing about I Love Lisa is because afterwards he gets all the one-liners. What was it? Oh God, dying tickles and all those things. By the way, all the episodes that we're talking about, we have excluded we have excluded Treehouse of Horror. We are not allowed
Yes.
to use Treehouse because that would be too easy. That would be too easy. So,
because there's a lot of great Treehouse of Horrors. Probably one of the most quotable ones is, and there's actually a ska band named this. I voted for Kodos.
Oh yeah. I've been seeing a lot of those memes lately. The K and Kodos stuff. There's a lot of memes on that.
Well,
lately.
obviously with the election.
Yeah. I've just been seeing a lot of references to it, and it's been pretty crazy. No, that's a great episode. That's a great episode. Don't blame me. I voted for Kodos.
Shadow Human wants to know if this is a Simpsons episode. Yes, it is.
Good.
Yes, this is a Simpsons stream.
Yeah. No, we're just.
What gave it away?
It's a long segue. It's a really long segue.
How about the Simpsons special? That's what it says in the title.
Right. Jesus.
No, we're gonna talk about Firefly, okay?
I got one for you. For you. This one, I love this episode for so many reasons. When the Simpsons go risque and they go against the grain and they go darker, especially in the sexual department, that is when there's tendency to have really, really gold moments. We've seen it multiple times with Homer kind of batting out of his league, fighting out of his weight class with some of the gorgeous women that have come into his life. This doesn't have anything to do with Homer, but Bart After Dark, from season 8, when Bart ends up working at a burlesque house. That is
a great episode.
That episode is so fantastic. And it's even great before the amazing musical at the end. The amazing musical at the end. And you know why I really like it though, Jake? Because even after with all the great lines and when they're voting they're voting to take down the burlesque house, and Grandpa and what's his name start talking back and forth. Are they talking about the bordello? Shut up and put your hand up. That's a great fucking line. I love that line. But the part of the episode that really... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I like the line with Skinner. He goes, "Yeah, I was only getting directions to get away from the place." I went to a strip club with one of my, I didn't get my ex-girlfriend found out I went, and she was mad at me. And I just remembered that episode. I go, I only went in just so I could get directions to get away from the place.
You used that as an excuse. That's pretty good. The reason why I love that episode, though, I basically love any episode that shows Marge for the fucking cunt she is. Marge might be the most reprehensible character in the history of anything. She is awful. I love Marge, but she's awful. She's a hypocrite. She is absolutely unbearable. I know Homer's an idiot, but she is an insufferable fucking shrew. I mean, really, like, divorce the idiot bitch. Or shut the fuck up. One of the two, because you're making me insane. When she destroys the old lady's house at the end, it just, I love when they show her to be ridiculous. I do.
Yeah, I do. I do like the episode where she gets breast implants.
Yes. That's
a good episode. That is a good episode.
She's got a bunch of them like that. Her gambling addiction, where she just says fuck everybody, which that episode is not on my list, but it should be just for fucking Mr. Burns and his Howard Hughes transformation.
Yes.
Get in.
It's the Spruce Moose. Get in.
I said get in. That's fantastic. You got another one?
Probably in my top favorite is Homer's Enemy.
Oh God, Grimesy.
Oh, Grimy.
Yeah, Grimy. Excuse me. Fuck me.
Yeah, Grimy. Old Frank Grimes.
Oh, poor Grimy.
Because in my professional life, I could kind of relate to Homer in that case. I've always just been the guy to, the likable idiot, and everybody's okay with it. And then you have a few, type A people that are like, why do you allow this? And they're like, because it's Jake.
It's Jake. Yeah, leave him alone.
It's such a great episode. Like, he comes into this world where he's just so straight laced and had to fight for everything. And you know, like, and I can kind of relate. Like, I've done a lot of awesome things that like a lot of people can't do. And if I just had somebody come over and like, wait, you have your own show? You've done comedy with who? You know, you know, I can kind of relate. I go, you want to see my Grammy?
I'm gonna have lobster and live in my mansion. Do. The best part of that episode, though, is right at the beginning, because you know what type of a crazy episode it's going to be when they immediately replace. Because remember, Frank was supposed to be the vice president of something at the nuclear plant, and he was replaced by a dog, which is which is fucking great. There are things that Mr. Burns can do that no one else can do.
And the best part at the end, when they're at the funeral, and it goes Frank Grimes, or as he was referred to by his friends, Grimy. See, that is me in my professional life, and
right.
that is exactly me. And you know, it's a 513, a 513, and then he just pours water all. Oh shit!
That's a great episode. I got another one for you, and someone just referenced in the chat, and this was the next one I was going to talk about. Homer the Great, the Stonecutters episode, season 6.
Yes.
Oh my God! From the epic No Homers Club, but you let Homer, what's his name, in? No homers. There's allowed to be one.
They always use that reference in the beginning of the baseball season if somebody's not hitting, and they always put in like, I remember Albert Pujols when he first went to Los Angeles.
Yeah,
they did a No Homers Club, and they actually put his face into the tree
house. Funny. Oh my God, that episode's got everything in it. That one really does. From the frat house style of a actual supposed really powerful secret society, the way they build it up, and then it's just ping pong and beers and all kinds of shit, and to the again amazing musical sequence that who made Steve Gutenberg a star. I mean, the whole damn thing. That's such a great episode. I love it.
It's funny when you reference these episodes, like the first thing that comes in my head is this song, like with the burlesque house.
Yes.
Like you could tear down Moe's or the Quickie Mart and nobody would care. Yeah. But the heart of, I can't remember that part, but that's a great. Yeah. They all do like a lot. And to build off of that, I'm going to go right into another one real quick, because it's kind of tied in some ways, because musically has one of the best musical segments ever. Marge versus the Monorail would be a great episode even without the music. Another Phil Hartman fucking Monorail.
Yes. Another Phil Hartman fucking special, playing Lyle Landley in that one. It's just brilliant. It's brilliant. And that episode is fucking brilliant. The Leonard Nimoy appearance at the end of it. It's just, oh God, I love that episode. I do. That's a good one. You like that one?
It is, you know, it's not on my top, but it is a great episode. And, you know,
she wants to fix with this money because Mr. Burns is stuffing toxic waste into trees at public parks. Marge wants to fix the road that it was shown in the cutscene that Homer actually destroyed. I love that. By the way, we just got a donation, which we rarely get here on Nerd and the Jerk.
Wow.
That Green Duck donated $1. Dick Dutch off sucker bitches. Cactus Jack's mommy and daddy need to take his computer away from him. Gay bastard. That's what I think. That was graphic. I don't think he's a fan, Jake.
Thank you. Dick Dutch, Cactus Jack's mommy and daddy need to take what? I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, it's barely coherent.
Yeah, but thank you for $1.
Yes, we'll take the $1. He's like, my mom will not notice if I put this on her credit card. It's only $1. That's it. I stole it.
Yeah. What's $1 to Dead on Dave? I wanted to get my point across. And what was that point? That Cactus Jack's mommy and daddy's is a Dutch dick sucker, or I don't know. Okay. As long as you're spending my money well.
Right. Enjoy. All right. So we've gone a little
You can
over.
call me.
Okay.
You can call me a faggot as long as you're donating money.
Right, exactly. I don't get punch me in the balls, and if you pay me enough, I won't
That's
mind.
right.
You know, it's fine. Oh, the P1997, who I'm assuming is that. Don't worry, guys, it's a meme. That's a hell of a meme. That's a wordy meme. I don't know. Well, who cares?
Yeah.
Anyway,
memes are supposed to be to the point.
Right, you would think. Let's go ahead and get to our big ones. What are the heavy hitters, Jake? What are the episodes that top the list for you? Because we're going over an hour at this point.
I mean, the Frank Grimes episode. That's definitely one in my top favorites. Then you have, I'm gonna say it. I know you're gonna say it, but I'm saying it. The fucking Homer at bat.
Why are you gonna? You knew that I was building to that. Why would you do that to me? Yeah. You knew I was building. You fucking piece of shit.
I am. It's one of my favorites, but I'm gonna give it all to you. Because it is a great
bastard.
Episode. It is a great episode.
It's the greatest episode. It's the best episode in Simpsons history.
Everybody in that fucking episode. How could you? I know you wanted to say it.
Yes, I alluded to it earlier. You motherfucker.
I know.
It is the greatest episode. That the
I
Simpsons
am a jerk. So.
Well, congratulations. You earned your title tonight, sir.
Yeah.
You earned it tonight because you stole it. You stole my thunder. That episode for me, that is everything. I don't know if there's a day goes by that I don't sing at least a part of the Talking Softball. It's
episode's 25 years old.
Oh, you should see the look that my wife just gave me because she knows what I just said is gospel. Every day I will out loud sing a little bit of that song. Talking Homer, Ozzy and the Straw. I can't stop. I fucking love it, man. Wade Boggs lays unconscious on the barroom tile. We're talking softball. Oh my God, I love that. The whole episode is fantastic. From all the cameos, who, by the way, are actually voiced by all the actual big leaguers who are in the episode.
I like the Don Mattingly references to getting rid of those sideburns. So and at the end, he said, still like him better than Steinbrenner.
Still like him better than Steinbrenner. That is amazing. That's such a fuck you. I love that. Love that. Everything, like, it was the big baseball players, Ken Griffey Jr. got gigantism. Ozzie Smith disappears in a house of mystery because all he wanted to do is be a tourist. Canseco being the superhero. Those are all great.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. Steve Sachs going to jail, and then how about my man? His name is escaping me at the moment. Oh man. He got poisoning, radioactive poisoning. I'm trying to remember the song.
Wasn't Steve Sachs?
Steve Sachs.
Was it Roger? No, Roger Clemens.
No, Roger Clemens was clucking like a chicken. Hold on. Ken Griffey and his gross, disgusting jaw.
Yeah.
Something. His illness made us smile. What was it? Oh my God. That is gonna drive me fucking nuts. I'm not gonna remember.
All right, we got Steve Sachs, Jose Canseco, Darryl Strawberry, Roger Clemens.
I'm just looking it up.
Okay.
Because I cannot. It is escaping me, and it's driving me nuts. And someone's probably already put it in the chat by now.
Yeah.
Wade Boggs.
Nobody did.
Mike Sosha. Mike Sosha. It was Mike Sosha.
Mike Sosha. Okay.
Mike Sosha.
Who's actually made an appearance another time on the Simpsons.
He did.
Yes, the one where Moneyball Lisa. I think that's the episode where.
Oh yeah. You're
Which
right.
is actually it's later in the series, but it actually is a good episode.
That is a good episode. I agree with you. For some reason, when the Simpsons tackle sports, they tend, even later on, they tend to do a good job. They did a great job with the football episode with Bart and all that. That was a great episode.
Vapor Lock.
Yeah. Vapor Lock.
All right, remember everything, Joe. Joe Namath.
Vapor Lock. Yeah, that's right. Oh my, that is a fan. Yeah, that is a good episode. That's one of those later episodes that I actually do like. Oh my god. Okay, so we hit.
If we were still doing, by the way, people, just so you know, I'm not doing the prank phone calls anymore, just because I don't know the legality behind it. So
New Jersey sucks, and Jake might go to jail. So
I think it's a one-party consent in New Jersey, but I don't want to push it. But I would right now, if I was doing it, I would call a bar and do the old Bart Simpson type phone call.
No, I don't want to risk it. I mean, not so much because of you going to jail, but because it could come down on me. It's Dead on Day Productions. I am liable on some fucking level, and no. I love you, Jake, but I love me more. Okay, I'm just saying. Never forget.
I'll do it if I get a Skype number. I probably do it. But right now I don't have a Skype number.
It's still video evidence, you dick. It doesn't matter if you have a Skype number. We're recording it and putting it on the internet. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, I gotta see. I think Nevada and California might be one of the only states you could. But it says New Jersey you could have one party. But
yeah, I'm not. That doesn't make sense to me because that's the crank caller. That's the one party consenting. Well, obviously the crank caller is okay with it. That doesn't make sense.
Like, no, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay with this.
That's okay. I consent to this completely. Of course you were.
Yeah.
Do you have any more episodes you want to reference? I got a bunch that I want to run down at the end here.
Go right. Yeah.
Okay. Here's some of the ones that I definitely want to talk about. I just give a quick reference to Rosebud, the episode where Mr. Burns and the teddy bear. That's a really, really fun episode.
They actually say Citizen Kane is the most referenced movie in The Simpsons.
Yeah, I believe that.
The Kane? There's no Kane in Citizen Kane.
Bart on the Road, the road trip episode where they where they go to the World's Fair. That is that's a special episode. And it's special not just because of the entire road trip where we get to see real distinct personalities of Nelson, Milhouse, and Martin, but the engagement between Homer and Lisa is really special in that episode. That's a great episode. Really, really special.
Who is it that Nelson wanted to see in Branson? Andy Williams.
Andy Williams. We don't need to stop here. Yes, we do. I didn't think he was gonna do Moon River, but bam, double encore.
I like Branson, Missouri. Yeah, my dad says it's like Vegas if Flanders ran.
That's right. That's here's a little trivia, Simpsons trivia for you. What was the name of Lisa's crush that Homer would use to send the reactor, the console, in care of at the end of the episode?
Shit. I don't know.
It's such a good name. Landon Alger.
Yes.
What the hell? What the hell type of name is that? All right, some of the obvious ones. Deep Space Homer.
Yes.
Default. The two greatest words in the English language. Great episode. The episode that is most referenced as number one on virtually like 95% of lists that I saw today, and for good reason. You Only Move Twice. Better known as the Scorpio episode.
Yeah, the Hank Scorpio, which we discussed this on one of our shows because the whole time when he throws his moccasins.
Yeah.
So you ever see a man who say goodbye to his moccasins? This became like a civil war for a while
It did.
because when he says, "You ever see a man wave bye to his moccasins?" Homer goes,
once.
"Well, once." And the thing is, Homer's making a joke saying he's seen it once, or that he's referencing it to right then and there, where he just did it.
People get pissed off over this. We did an entire segment inexplicably.
This is like who shot first.
Yes.
This is who shot first of, you know.
That was a good one. That was really good. Bart of Darkness, where Bart sells his soul. Oh, no. Excuse me. Bart sells his soul is the name of that episode. No, wait, no.
It
is Bart of Darkness. I think it might be the same episode. But that's when Bart sells his soul. That's a great episode. That's a fantastic.
Uncle Moe's.
You know,
have a seat. the Uncle Moe's.
Oh yeah, Uncle Moe's, the Unky Moe's, and all that.
That's in the same episode.
It is same episode. But the best part is in the Garden of Eden by Ron Butterfly. That is fantastic.
Every time I go to church, I always think of that.
You go to church? Holy shit! I don't go to church.
No, well,
I never go to church.
I always just think about like when I was trying out for church choir, I just wanted to go in a gara da vida.
Yes, you're referencing your ill-fated church choir career.
Yeah, I didn't feel holy. I didn't feel holy enough to be a part of church choir.
It's for the best. We need you here. It's for the best.
Yes.
Last couple episodes I want to touch on just really quick. King Size Homer. I just want to make reference to it. But more importantly from season 7, Radioactive Man. Radioactive Man. My eyes, the goggles do nothing. Oh God, that episode is so fucking good.
Look behind you, Radioactive Man.
Up and at them. Up and at them. Up and at them. It's so good. Oh my God.
What about all the it is such a great episode, and
all the LA stuff. The LA talk in that episode is fucking great. Then going back to LA where everybody treats you better. That's a great episode. One fish, two fish, blowfish, bluefish. The Homer dying episode where he eats the bad blowfish. That one, that's the first Simpsons episode that made me cry. And that's early. That's season 2. But that episode still tears me up. Still tears me up when I watch it to this day.
The one and that one, and but there's also the one where Homer's mom comes back.
Yeah.
And at the end
I almost put that on my overrated.
But like at the end, like he's just kind of sitting there staring into space. Yeah. You kind of feel bad for him.
Oh, I feel horrible for him, but I don't. That episode always leaves me, I don't know, disenchanted. It's just like they had never referenced his mother. I think like once up until that point, but yet they still make you care, and that's important. They do still make you care.
Yeah. But
at the end of One Fish, Two Fish, Blowfish, Bluefish, when he's sitting in the chair and it looks like he died, that was awful. Awful. Just awful. We touched on Homer's enemy. Last one really for me, and it's amazing it hasn't come up. Mr. Plow. Mr. Plow.
That name again is Mr. Plow. I almost bought a Mr. Plow jacket.
Oh, I don't know why you didn't buy a Mr. Plow jacket.
I think it was a little bit out of my price range.
So fuck that. Then you need to sell something, because I might go buy a Mr. Plow jacket, because that's fantastic. That's fantastic. My God, Adam West in that episode, yes. Which I believe began Adam West's like seemingly undying animated career. He goes in everything. It's crazy. He goes in fucking everything. It's insane. I love Adam West so much. I lied. I did have a couple more. Fish Called Selma, because I have to get a Troy McClure episode in there. Fish Called Selma is so good. Troy McClure. Do you remember who his agent was? Who his agent was voiced by?
No.
Oh God, Jurassic Park. Slow talking glasses. Come on, Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And finally, Camp Krusty. Camp
Krusty's a good.
Yeah, that's a fantastic episode. The ending.
There's a lot of great like puns that they do.
Jesus.
A lot of visual jokes. Like here. I don't know if you guys could see it. It's a parent teacher night. Let's share the blame. Yes.
The ending of Camp Krusty, where he goes, "I'm going to take you to the happiest place on earth, Tijuana." Oh my god! Fucking kills
like,
me.
look at this one: beer garden, proof of age or exact change required. There's just a lot of the visual jokes.
Oh, there's so many. They've always loaded The Simpsons with visual jokes, with visual cues. So even when the jokes aren't flowing in, there's always something to see. There's always something to really hit you in the laugh hole.
Like,
you know,
Springfield Psychiatric Center, because there may not be bugs on you. Bloodbath and Beyond Gun Shop.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
You know the Rainier Wolf Castle. There's like a Rainier Wolf Castle movie. If you tie in all those scenes together, if you look it up on YouTube.
Oh yeah. I did know that. I've heard that. That is true. There is actually an entire movie. No, that is true. Mm-hmm. Final thing I want to ask you, and we'll wrap it up on this because we've gone pretty long on the Simpsons. I think we've stretched the Simpsons out really as long as you can. Two quick things. One, what did you think of the Simpsons movie?
I was happy that they did it. Mm-hmm. The Tom Hanks cameo was great. It could have been better.
Where do you rank Spider Pig? Are you a fan of Spider Pig?
Yeah, the song is catchy.
I want to blow my brains out when I see Spider Pig. I really do. And it's not because of the song. It's not because of it. Mm-hmm. You know what it is? It's that little patch of hair on top. It fucking makes me insane. It does.
His name is Harry Plopper.
I'm sick. I'm sick. The final thing. We've referenced.
By the way, I want to show you this. This is at Universal Studios. And just to show, I need to go here. I heard it's really awesome. They have the Simpsons, the Springfield Simpsons Land. And this is one of the Quickie Mart things. They actually have a Bort.
Yes.
Fucking name tag for the Quickie Mart. I think what even would be better if they just were always out of them.
Oh, that would be funny. It's just the
because that is
the placeholder.
That is another great joke. We are out of Bort license plates. I repeat, out of Bort license plates.
Bort. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. No, my son is also named Bort. That's some great lines.
And there's been a lot of like obviously we could go on and on. Like Yard Work Simulator. That's actually Farmville.
Yep.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to ask you about, because we referenced a lot in this show about it, music. What's your favorite Simpsons musical moment? Because they've won a Grammy, for Christ's sake, for musical moments in the past.
Yeah, every time I get in my car, I have a sticker on the side of my car letting people know that I do have a baby in my car. Every time, which is another great episode.
That we didn't even talk about that. That is a great episode.
Lord, how I adore.
Boom, boom, boom. That is a great.
So every time I walk to my car, that pops into my head.
I love everything about that episode in particular, but the music is
oh my god, it's Paul McCartney. Oh my god, where did you get that brownie?
There's a whole plate of them over there. The singing on the rooftop. There's so many great musical moments. It's hard to even begin.
That Quickie Mart. I do.
But if we're talking musical, especially episodes, there's only one to reference, and this is my final thing I want to talk about: the Mary Poppins episode. The
Yes.
Sherry Bobbins episode.
Mm-hmm.
Holy fucking shit.
Like Saint Autism's in the room.
Nice. You're in the right place. You're in the right place. No, I love that episode, man.
Please bless me with
right. take his pain away from him. Brother Jake, everybody thinks that Brother Jake has had autism most of his life. Everybody's not even sure. His own mother sometimes makes mistakes. Now, here's what we need to do, everybody. I need you to put your hands on the screen right now, especially Saint Autism, and I need you to chant with me, and also send us $5 in donations each person, and we can heal. We can heal with the power of positivity.
$5.
$5.
The autism will go away.
$1 for every finger that you'll be putting on the screen right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for the healing power to Jake. Can we say, be gone, demon autism? Can I get an amen? You were supposed to give me an amen, Jake. You're so fired. So fucking fired.
I don't know. I was waiting for somebody in the chat to say amen.
In 30 seconds when the delay hits? Oh, you're autistic. It didn't work.
Yes.
Our prayers didn't work.
I have watched the episode of Sesame Street with the autistic puppet like 8,000 times.
Just obsessed with it.
No, not because my daughter is like now loving Sesame Street. So and that episode always comes on. So
you weren't seeking it out yourself. Like I can see you in your car, just like watching it on your phone. Like this is the greatest thing I've ever. Finally, something for me. Fuck Oscar. Give me the autistic puppet. Well,
that's right. Used to be Cookie Monster, but you know.
You know what's it's funny about that is like the most. When that episode came out, I thought about. Sometimes my mind goes to the weirdest places. Like, what's the worst thing they could have done? For some reason, I'm going to actually feel bad for saying this out loud, but I'm going to anyway. How fucking amazing and spectacular and awful would it have been at the end of that episode had there just been a stray bullet come through a window and blow the fucking puppet's brain out? I am just saying, like you just see hand come out of the back of the fucking puppet. Like somebody's like, no, there will be no autistic affirmation on my Sesame Street.
Well, here's like another, on the Nigerian Sesame Street, they have a character who is HIV positive.
Yes, they do.
And they also have a character on Sesame Street whose dad's in jail.
Why not?
I know, yeah. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
it's just hysterical.
It's pretty good.
That's like that's really a niche market right there. I understand. You know, I understand what they're doing, but it's not like, you know, like, boy.
In Nigeria, it's not a niche market for AIDS is everywhere. It's fucking everywhere. You trip and fall and get AIDS in Nigeria. Fuck that. That
like
AIDS
and Ebola, dude. You pick your poison.
You're getting one of them, more than likely. Yeah. If you go swimming somewhere, you're probably going to get one of them.
You want to have, yeah. You can get one from. You can get both of them just by eating at a restaurant there.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, that's what's known as the surf and turf.
Everywhere in Africa.
That's what's known as the surf and turf. 100% true. It's absolutely
surf and turf. You get the Ebola and AIDS.
Getting it at the same time. Yeah, surf and turf. It works. All right, Jake. What have we missed?
Favorite age.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
My favorite AIDS joke is from Otto and George, and it says, "Doesn't AIDS suck? Some faggot fucked a monkey. Now I can't do heroin with my friends on the weekends."
Saint Autism just donated $5. Get some new reflexes for your wheelchairs, boys. Thank you for your donation. Oh God! No, that's actually a really funny joke. That's true.
Yeah.
All right, so what did we miss? Anything you want to final thoughts on the Simpsons or anything else before we wrap this episode up?
Like I said, this show should end. Do I want to see it end? No, because like I said, it's like grandma being there, and you don't put grandma down. Yeah,
well, all of our grandmas are going into the fucking ground someday, and so should the Simpsons. I'm just saying.
I know, but you hold on to them, and you try, and
You know, sometimes they want to go, Jake. Sometimes old people want you to let them go. It's not a good, respectable death. I'm sorry. I told my wife, the second my dick completely stops working, I'm not just talking about sex. Thank God that's not a problem in this fucking relationship. We all know that. Oh, thank you. Rubber lover, fucking hashtag. No, but when I can no longer piss anymore completely, because I mean, I already have that problem too, and now that I fucking think about it. But when it all goes, and it's like I need somebody to like hold it for me. I want to go. I'm done. I'm done at that point. I'm finished. I just do not want to ride this ride any longer. If I have to have a catheter installed,
okay. Your wife obviously knows you broadcast it the whole entire.
Yeah, she does not.
She doesn't
ever.
Why? Has anyone ever asked why? Like she should just do it.
I ask why all the time. All the time.
Why? Come on. Just
why
do it.
Why won't you? She wasn't even paying attention. We're talking about her. She's sitting 3 feet from me. She's playing Pokemon.
Just want to know.
This is why. I can tell you why. She's played so much Pokemon on that phone that it has dried up and rotted her vagina. That phone has completely rotted.
Because your cock's not an Atkins.
She hates me. She does. She finds nothing sexually appealing about me. I don't know.
Oh, you're a good guy. You've been losing weight, you know?
Not enough.
Come on, throw him a bone.
I'm
sure she's had.
Just let me throw her. Let me throw her my bone.
Yeah. You know, listen, I'm sure in her past, I'm not saying anything ill of your wife, but I'm sure she's had sex with men that she's hated a lot more than you.
I would think so.
Yes, I mean it's just a part of life. I mean,
more than likely.
There's people I'm like, what the hell? What was I thinking?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, but still, I mean, you're her husband, you know, you're married.
I can tell you right now, and this is no joke. It's been 2 years since the last time, and it was about 3 years before that. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. In the last 5 years, we've had sex 2 times. True or not true?
I don't know.
Yeah, see? She's so...
Wait, listen. You tell her you'll help out a lot more around the house.
I do everything. She'll do shit. She just plays Pokemon and won't fuck me. But she works, so I got to shut up. I got to calm down because she stops working, then we're really in trouble. So it's just like, it's okay. I love you. I'll keep fucking pieces of rubber. I will have sex with those rubber. Okay?
Does she watch you have sex with these rubber things?
I tried to give her the penis today. I tried to get all sexy time with her. Didn't work.
See, like I have a little bit of an excuse. There's a 1-year-old, and like, you know, like, but like literally sometimes with, you know, my wife and I, it's if the baby's somewhere and we have to run home real quick for something, it's, you know, but still it comes out of premiums these days. But come on, just come on, just for old times' sake. There,
I don't think you're helping though. I got a feeling you're not helping my cause here.
I'm trying to help. I'm trying to be a good wingman here.
We're talking about you fucking me, babe. He's trying to convince you. In Jake's rambling style, he was trying to convince you to fuck me. He meant well. He's autistic. Leave him alone.
Yeah, come on.
She just looked at me and she goes, what the fuck is he talking about?
Do it for the autistic co-host.
You know, the funny thing is, I do bitch about it. I complain about it, and I throw her under the bus about it. But the reality is, I'm actually kind of okay with it. You know, sort of, to a point. Because eventually... I'm just saying, my dick's gonna find something. It's gonna happen. It's bound to fucking happen because rubber lovers only fucking work for so long. I'm just saying, but she doesn't care. She hates my guts. She wants me to die.
Well, prostitution's legal in Germany, so
dude, I've never paid for sex, and I'm not starting now. I am not starting. Even the way I look, if I wanted to, I can go in this town and I could fucking raise hell. I am a smooth operator. Look at my hat, Jake. You see my hat? I'm smooth.
You are. So yes.
Does this hat do anything for you?
And due to my ramblings that you see me do, I'm actually a smooth fucking operator.
No, what the? Maybe at some nursing homes or fucking your autistic support group.
Yeah, listen. Call your local autistic support group. Hi, I'm Jake. Autism. Hi, Jake. It's a new AA. Autistic's Anonymous.
That's right. How are they anonymous if the first thing you do is say your name? I'm just saying. I don't know.
Jake.
Oh God, I love my wife. She's fantastic. High five. You won't no vaginal to penis.
Wow.
I'll get a high five out of it. So that's
how
good.
about a nice formal? How about a nice firm handshake?
That's right. That's good. That's good. All right, so that's going to do it before I get stabbed on the show. I'd hate to have a show end like that. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We had a very fun time going on and on about everything Simpsons-wise. Please keep the conversation going either in the chat below or follow us on Twitter at JakeLingComedy and at Dead on Dave V. Let us know what your favorite episodes of The Simpsons were because we do want to hear from you. Jake, fantastic job as always, my friend.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I'm happy we did this.
Me too. Me too.
So happy. But I think this opens up. We could do a South Park. We could
God. We can hit we can hit everything. If there's major stories going on that are actually somewhat fun to talk about, not utterly depressing, we will hit a regular episode next week more than likely. If not, who the fuck knows? We might do your favorite show next week. Send us ideas. Let us know what you'd like to see. So that's about it. Thank you very much for joining us right here on Dead on Day Productions for this week's all special Simpsons Nerd and the Jerk. We will see you next time right here.
By the way, I just want to point this out. Saint Autism somebody just said, "Do you think Tommy is jealous of Keem and Baited now?" And Saint Autism said, "Tommy is too stupid to feel emotions."
Well, Saint Autism, just so you know, this is how we deal with anything related to the man who alerts the drama. Delete. Obsolete. That's right. It's obsolete, and so is this show, at least this week's episode. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm actually going to try to end it this time, Jake, so please refrain from letting your autism interrupt. We appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Hit that like button. We'll see you next time. Remember, as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Keep it copious, folks, and peace.
Here's your winner,